Hello everyone, this is Churri and I'm here today with the last part of Team Leaders Academy, and today we are going to talk about the closing block inside of Team Standards, so everything that will be a part of it. So when it comes to closing, it's about teams and individual debrief on the experience in terms of development and results and suggest next steps. And this is a stage when, of course, transition is already happening because we are changing the teams and the projects and new people will come and we need to guide them and tell them and show them what we did and help them in the process. And first of all, we have team debrief. Which has inside of them the steps of first reporting on results, which is about gathering main achievements and non-achievements in terms of performance, as well as main learnings. Then we have a team development review, which is when we develop as a team all of the things that we have been achieving, we have been doing, we have been developing, as it is described, recapping the journey and what happened in terms of development as a team. And last but not least is feedback, so giving and receiving individual and team feedbacks, and this is a very important stage for people to actually get some learnings from the experience as a whole, and has like this final assessment from other team members in the team who were like seeing their job throughout the whole project. As usual, we have here like the detailed description of each part, so make sure you read it because it will be asked on the test. After team debrief, we have transition, which is super important for ensuring the sustainability inside of the organization, for ensuring that our partners will be kept, that everything will be transferred to the person, and that we are not going to get like calls after we finished our ISEC experience because they don't know who is like the current person in charge of the project. So make sure that you will deliver the cool experience and you deliver a cool ones. Transition. And inside of transition, we have the first step, which is knowledge and skill transition. So of course, this is the most obvious one. So it's basically showing the new person who will take the team leader role what are the key things that they need to know and understand in order to properly implement and the project and make it successful. So it's about ensuring to equip successors with key knowledge and skills needed for responsibilities and tasks. There are many ways of doing it, and here, for example, is suggesting shadowing, simulations, and working side by side, because of course we know that it's all about learning by doing, so it's super cool if you can actually have your successor sit with them, or if you are a new team leader, that you can sit with your predecessor. Then we have documents and tools transition, which is also very important to prevent what I was mentioning before. For example, that we don't have the contact of someone very important that we need to follow up with, or that people are calling us after the project finished. And we are not responsible for that anymore. So in order to avoid that, make sure that you're transferring all the knowledge to people. Right now we have mostly everything virtually, so make sure that you share with them all of the folders in drives, all of the spreadsheets that you have, that you give them ownership for everything so that they can invite new members and so on. And then we have suggestions for next steps and way forward, because of course we are the people who have been part of that project the longer, and we are the ones who have the most experience on it. So every suggestion or next step that we're going to give is going to be super valuable for the new person that is taking the role. So make sure that you are actually being objective in the things that you're saying, that you're not passing mindsets to the person coming, that you are simply assessing objectively what you did and what can be done in the next term. And of course, this is again something super crucial for the sustainability of the organization, of the project, and of each product as a whole. Again, make sure that you read the detailed explanation of each of the points. It's super important. And last but never ever least, we have individual debrief. So of each team leader, with each team member that was a part of the team. Make sure that you take the final LDA. Currently, it is not working in EXPA version 3, but it will be working soon. So make sure that you take it in EXPA version 2. And you can go to your profile and see there. Everybody has one has in their own profile all of the ISEC project, let's say, that you have been a part of, or the roles that you had, and inside of each of them you should be able to see your LDA results, or you should be able to take your LDA. So make sure you go there and check it, because this is actually when we are going to know if we developed our leadership through our experience in ISEC or not. And then, of course, we have final personal development plan review, which is the last one-to-one that you're having with your team leader, and where you revise everything that you have set from the beginning of the project with them. So you revise if you have achieved the personal development goals that you have set for yourself, the performance, the objective, sorry, professional goals that you set for yourself. So for example, if at the beginning of the term you said that you wanted to achieve 40 approvals and you achieved 50, so that's amazing, you overachieved. And of course, one more important part is also individual next steps. So you can have the space with your team leader to actually get some support on the next steps that you're going to take in the organization. So if you're going to apply for a higher role, or if you are finishing your experience, and how you're going to use the learnings that you got from AIESEC for your next experience outside of AIESEC. And last, we have here the calendar. So when should things start? Should things happen? And remember that in the last month, it doesn't mean that there is a whole month for closing and for transition and everything. Performance should happen until the last day of the term, and the closing process, let's say, or block should be something that is happening alongside with performance. It should not be, it doesn't mean that we stop working because we are in closing. So as it says there, the final 2 weeks should deliver, apart from performance tracking and transition, the final report, which shall present both achievements and non-achievements, and a proper debriefing of the experience for the team. Yes, so make sure that you go through the detailed part of the files, and thank you so much for watching this video.